You guys know that I love a good bargain, especially in the Dollar Tree crafting section. So there are a lot of things on the shelves of the Dollar Tree for crafting that I want to check out to see if they're going to be worth your $1.25. Christina here, and in today's video we are testing some Dollar Tree crafts to see if they are worth it or not, so that way when you go next time, you know to keep your eye out for them. And of course, if you've had any experience with any of these that's different from mine, please let me know down below in the comments. I would love to hear your experience. Let's get started testing some Dollar Tree craft supplies. I wanted to start off with the paint. There were 3 different types of paint, and I bought this a little bit ago, to be honest with you, but I'm still seeing it in the stores. This first one is the metallic paint. I got all purple, by the way, and so it's supposed to have a little metallic sheen to it. This one is the glow in the dark. Got the one closest to purple, but it looks more like a lavender. So we're going to check to see if that actually glows in the dark. And then this one was the glitter. I don't know about this one. It looks like there could be some glitter in it, but it almost looks speckled. It's probably the best way to describe it. So we're going to try them all. These are all acrylic paints. I have a small canvas, also from the Dollar Tree, paintbrush, which is probably from the Dollar Tree too, and a little palette from the Dollar Tree. So we're going to try each one of these out. I think normally Dollar Tree paints don't do too bad. That was the metallic. We're going to do the glow in the dark. There we go. And then lastly is the glitter. I'm also going to try on paper too. Let's go ahead and start with the metallic. And I didn't prep this canvas, by the way, so this is just right onto the canvas. You can already see some sheen to it. Goes on pretty smooth. Not bad. I kind of like that. I do have some paper too. I'll try it on the paper, and that goes on really, really nice. So let's go ahead and try the next color. I'm going to rinse off my brush first. Be right back. Let's try the glow in the dark, which is this one down here, which actually kind of looks very similar shade. Oh, kind of going. There is some water on my brush. I do have to say that, but it's going on a little bit thinner than the metallic. Just make it a little thicker. I don't like that. I don't know if you can tell how thin that's going back and see right through to the canvas. And we're going to try it on the paper too. A little bit better on the paper. And then we have the metallic. Try to dry my brush off a little bit more this time. Whoa, that's going on. Oh, wait a second. It's like all glitter. Interesting, interesting. There is like a little silver sheen to it. I'm wondering if that's going to dry over time and be clear. I don't know about this one. You can see a lot of glitter, but that silver is still showing. So I'm really curious to know if that silver is going to be there when it dries. I'll do the paper too. And I'm wondering if you can also use this as like an overcoat over another color. Okay, let's let this dry until we get the final results. Dollar Tree has been carrying stencils for a really long time, and I found 2 different ones. This one is just your plain regular stencil, and the other one's adhesive. So I wanted to try both of them just to see the difference. So I just got the stars. I'll leave that paper behind there so you can kind of get an idea. I'd have to say the thickness is pretty thick, like a poly folder thickness. It's actually not bad. This other one feels a little bit more flimsy, and that might be because it is adhesive. Oh yeah, this one is like paper. Although, oh, this has got like a sticker backing to it. So I don't know if it's going to stick too much. We'll try that one second. Okay, so let's go ahead and try our thicker one here. Just a little bit with our new paint that we got with the stars. We'll try this little metallic paint because that's what we have. And I'll just kind of dab it on here. I don't have a dauber. Dollar Tree does sell little paint daubers, foam paint daubers that would work really well for this. I just moved it before it dried. You're supposed to let it dry, you guys. Okay, not too bad. Let it dry a little bit better before you peel that off. Try another one over here just for comparison. I wish I had a paint dauber right about now so I can just kind of stifle it on there. So I would have to say that the quality of these feel like you would probably buy this at a craft store. That's really good. You just want to make sure that it's thick enough so that when you put the paint on, it's not going to like ruin your stencil design. This is definitely not dried, but we're going to just try and pop it up just to get an idea. Okay, I got the paint from the other parts of the stencil, so don't hate me for that. So that definitely is working. Now we're going to try the adhesive one, although I don't know how the adhesive one is going to do on paper. I think it's meant for non-paper surfaces. First of all, I cannot get backing off. Okay, that was a little bit of a struggle, but we got it now. Whoa, got the outline. That's not cool. I don't want the outline. I want the center. So let's take off the center. Oh my gosh. Are all stencils this flimsy? Okay, it's definitely sticking to me. I'm going to put it on the paper, although I really don't think this is meant for paper. And the plus side to adhesive stencils is that it really gives you a really good solid edge for when you're painting. So let me try just doing a little bit over here. What I don't like is that it's so flimsy. I totally went off my stencil there. I really don't think it's going to peel off the paper very well. And then what do you do with it after? Probably a little harder to clean too, but it definitely worked. That was my mistake. You can put it back on here, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of hard. And then the zigzag one down here is getting a little wonky by handling it. I would have to say this actually worked. It's supposed to do what it's supposed to do, but then the handling with it after wasn't exactly my favorite. I mean, look at this down here. This is supposed to be lines, but it's all stuck to itself, and that's not cool because the design's so intricate. I got it straightened out. If you're trying to work with this, look, my little zigzags are all on each other now. It's not ideal. And it's sticking to me, so it's not easy to work with, that's for sure. But it definitely made really clean lines. Next up, I wanted to look at this set of A2 cards and envelopes. There's 10 of them in here, and I wanted to check to see the quality. Because sometimes if you buy these inexpensively, the cards themselves are rather flimsy. And if you are DIYing a card, you want the cardstock to be halfway decent. They are a little bit on the flimsy side, I will have to admit. It's like craft cardstock, but not quite. A little bit heavier than printer copy paper. I mean, it's not bad, but it's definitely a little bit on the flimsy side. So you get 10 cards and they're pre-folded for you, which is nice. And then 10 envelopes. Where's my envelopes? Here they are. The envelopes feel like copy paper. You get a little wrinkled here from being in the package. These also came in white and like a craft paper too, I believe. I think for $1.25, they are worth it, but you just need to know what you are getting. They're still a little bit on the flimsy side. The weight's not very heavy on them. So yes, great, perfect for, you know, crafts that you don't want to have that highly professional look to, but good for the price. So hit and miss on this one. This was part of a larger display at Dollar Tree where they had paper and stamps and all sorts of really fun crafty things. And this one looked like it might be a good option, especially for those who like to junk journal or scrapbook or make cards. So it says for $1.25, you're getting the luxurious mixed paper set with 16 sheets. Looks like we get some vellum, 3 sheets of vellum with different designs on them. It's gonna be really hard to see the designs on camera, but they got this metallic sheen to them. This one looks like it has all kinds of different African animals on it. This one has little paw prints. I hope you can see some of that detail. And then this one is cats and dogs. Ooh, some sparkle glitter. This is super heavy cardstock, especially in comparison to those envelopes, in a teal color. Then we have a holographic metallic silver, definitely a nice weight to it. And then we got some plain colors, so purple, blue, white. Oh, here's, yeah, I'd say this is about the same weight as the cards and envelopes. And then some printed paper, cats and dogs. No, that's just dogs. Dogs, an animal print. Here's some cats, some more animal print that has like a metallic sheen on it, and then some cats with the metallic sheen. For $1.25, this is actually an amazing deal because you get such a good variety and they kind of coordinate with one another. So you can make some really cute crafts with this one. So I'd have to say this is definitely a buy. Buy this one. It's definitely worth it. I've been wanting to try this for a while now. It's the dot glue runner, and these are really expensive in the bigger stores, the craft stores. Here, this one is 6 millimeters by 5 meters. I'm going to try and find a price comparison and put it on the screen so you can kind of see, because it might not even be worth it. You might be getting a whole lot more in the ones that you get at the craft store. Here's what it looks like when it's out of the package. It does feel a little bit on the small side, so I don't think you're getting as much in these. And then we want to see how it works. Let's use some of our new cardstock here. There's a little guard here at the end, so we'll just pull that back. It has like a blue tint to it. See my lines on there? Maybe. It feels pretty sticky. It holds really well. It's not going to peel off. This is not repositionable. So that one actually worked really well. Let's try another one. I used less on this one. So I'd say it's doing its job, what it's supposed to do. I don't know if it's archival because it doesn't say so on the package. So that might be another concern, because if you're doing scrapbooking or something, you definitely want something that's acid free. So I'm going to give this one a thumbs up to try. All right, let's come back to our paint. It's almost dry. Here's how it looks on the canvas. This was the glow in dark. I'll have to turn off the lights and do a clip of that. Here is my metallic, which I love. That one's pretty. And here's my glitter, and it still has that gray sheen on it. And then on paper, here we have on paper, glow in the dark, metallic. These almost look the same. I don't really see the metallic sheen on that as much on paper. And then here is my glitter, which I'm not liking as much as it is on the canvas. I'm not really liking the glitter right now. Loving the metallic, and let's do a shot of the glow in the dark. Okay, I went to the bathroom. We're gonna turn off the light. Ooh. It's not fully dry yet, but definitely that was canvas. Here it is on paper. Definitely glows in the dark, 100%. Next up are these craft kits. You can see that I've already opened it just to see the contents inside. I think I opened them up in another video. And I see them come back from time to time at Dollar Tree. They have little floral pieces in here to make some little decoration. I'm going to be using Barely Art Precision Craft Glue, which has a really nice point on it for this project. I figured since the pieces are so tiny that might work best. And then on the back of the package, there is a little guide, although I'm not sure how helpful it's going to be. So we will see. I'm going to start with this one first. So as I open this up and looked at all the different pieces, I began to quickly realize that this was very familiar. A while ago, I did a Timu test on some flowers. I'll put that up in the corner for you to go look at if you want to go back and watch it. That one was really good because I was able to learn how to make felt flowers. I remembered a lot of things from doing that video that I could apply to this one because the instructions on the back of these cards were not very well done. So if you have never done flowers before, felt flowers or paper flowers, then this might be a little bit challenging. I was able to pull off some of these with the glue that I was using. However, on the other video, I used hot glue and I think that might have worked a lot better for these. I didn't want to pull out my glue gun, so I just continued on with this glue. There was a few pieces that I think I got mixed up and didn't use properly because of the pictures and not being so clear, but I was able to make something manageable and make it look halfway decent. When I got to the very end, I had some leftover pieces, but I tried to copy the picture as much as I could and put it kind of in this little wreath swag kind of look, and you would be just gluing it all together. There was no piece to glue it onto, so it's kind of a flimsy decoration. On the second piece, it was blue, whites, and silvers, and it was the exact same thing. There were some flowers that I didn't quite know how to put together. I did follow the guide, but the colors on the back of this card were all very similar, so it's hard to tell which one was which. And once again, I ended up with some leftover pieces, but that's okay with it. I just went with it and still managed to make these flowers look really, really pretty. Overall, I'd have to say these kits are not self-explanatory. Some previous experience with paper flowers or even felt flowers would be very helpful in this. You might find yourself even looking up some tutorials or watching my other video. I'm going to give this one kind of a thumbs down just because I don't think everyone's going to have the same experience as I do, although it does come with some really great materials already pre-cut for you. There are a lot more craft supplies at Dollar Tree, so if there's one that you would like for me to test, make sure to comment down below. Let me know what that is and I will keep my eye out for it so I can test it later. Click subscribe, you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.